Hell. In Christianity, hell is often described as the lake of fire, a place of eternal separation from God where the souls of the wicked suffer forever. It's depicted as a realm of endless torment, with fire that never goes out and no hope of escape. The idea comes mainly from the New Testament, especially the book of Revelation, where it's said that the devil, death, and sinners are thrown into this fire. Unlike temporary punishment, hell here is final and irreversible. It's less about physical flames and more about the total loss of God's presence, considered the ultimate form of suffering. Over centuries, artists and preachers turned this concept into vivid imagery. Demons, flames, and cries of despair, shaping the Western idea of eternal damnation. Jahannam. In Islam, hell is known as Jahannam, a vast and terrifying pit beneath creation. It's described in the Quran as a place with 7 gates, each one for a different group of sinners. The punishments vary: boiling water, scorching winds, and chains of fire, but all reflect divine justice, not chaos. Some souls remain there forever, while others may eventually be forgiven and released once purified. Angels called Zabaniya guard its depths and carry out the punishments. Jahannam is not just about pain, it's meant to inspire repentance and moral awareness in life. The descriptions are detailed and striking, reminding believers that actions in this world directly shape their fate in the next. Gehenna. In Judaism, hell is known as Gehenna, a place of purification rather than eternal damnation. It's based on a real valley near Jerusalem where sacrifices and fires once burned, later becoming a symbol of divine judgment. Souls go there to cleanse their sins through fire and suffering, but usually for no more than 12 months. Only the most wicked remain forever. Gehenna serves as a moral correction, not pure punishment. It purifies the soul before it moves on to Gan Eden, the paradise of the righteous. This view made Jewish theology less about fear of eternal torment and more about responsibility and the consequences of moral choices. The House of Lies. In Zoroastrianism, hell is called the House of Lies, a dark and foul place where souls that followed falsehood in life are punished. After death, every person must cross the Chinvat Bridge, which becomes wide for the righteous but razor-thin for the wicked. Those who fall are seized by demons and dragged into this abyss of stench and decay. However, the punishment isn't eternal. When the world is purified at the end of time, all souls, including those in the House of Lies, will be cleansed and reunited with the divine. This belief made Zoroastrianism one of the first religions to teach that evil and suffering are temporary, part of a cosmic process toward ultimate good. The Devourer of Souls. In ancient Egyptian belief, the afterlife was judged in the Hall of Ma'at, where each soul's heart was weighed against the feather of truth. If the heart was pure and light, the person entered the field of reeds, a paradise mirroring earthly life. But if the heart was heavy with sin, it was thrown to Ammit, the Devourer, a creature part crocodile, lion, and hippopotamus. Once devoured, the soul was destroyed forever, denied both life and existence. This was the Egyptian version of total annihilation, a fate worse than eternal torment. The fear of Ammit encouraged Egyptians to live justly and maintain harmony with divine order. Tartarus. In Greek mythology, Tartarus is the deepest part of the underworld, lying far below Hades. It's both a place and a god, representing endless punishment for the worst offenders. The Titans who fought against Zeus were imprisoned there, along with cruel kings and oath breakers. Tartarus is described as a vast pit surrounded by bronze walls and shrouded in darkness, where souls suffer eternal torment for their crimes. Unlike Hades, which holds ordinary souls, Tartarus is purely for punishment. Its image of chains, monsters, and fire became one of the main sources for later ideas of hell in Western culture. Niflheim. In Norse mythology, Niflheim is the cold and shadowy realm of the dead, ruled by the goddess Hel. It lies far from the warmth of the living world, filled with mist, ice, and endless darkness. Those who die without honor, such as from sickness or old age, are sent there instead of Valhalla. Unlike fiery versions of hell, Niflheim's punishment is the absence of warmth, joy, and glory. Souls wander through frozen rivers and icy caverns, forgotten by gods and men. The place reflects Norse ideas of shame and isolation more than cruelty. It's a realm of silence and regret, where existence continues but all meaning is lost. Naraka. In Hinduism, Naraka is the realm where souls face the results of their bad actions before being reborn. It's not a single hell, but many, each one designed for a specific kind of wrongdoing. Sinners may be boiled in oil, frozen in ice, or forced to climb thorn-covered trees, depending on their deeds. Unlike eternal damnation, these punishments last only until the soul's negative karma is balanced. Once purified, the soul moves on to its next life. Naraka serves as both correction and education, a cosmic reminder that every action carries weight and that moral balance will always be restored. The 8 hot and cold hells. In Buddhism, hell is divided into the 8 hot and 8 cold hells. Each one represents a different kind of suffering linked to negative karma. In the hot hells, beings endure flames, molten metal, and endless burning. In the cold ones, they freeze and shatter in icy winds. These realms aren't eternal. Souls remain only until their bad karma is exhausted. The purpose is purification, not revenge. Every torment directly mirrors one's actions in life, reinforcing the Buddhist idea that suffering is self-created. Once purified, a soul can be reborn into better conditions, learning from the pain it caused in past lives. Diyu. In Chinese folk religion, the afterlife includes Diyu, a vast underground court system where souls are judged and punished before reincarnation. It's ruled by 10 kings, each overseeing a specific court dedicated to different sins. The punishments are imaginative and brutal: tongues cut out for liars, boiling oil for murderers, and mountains of knives for the corrupt. Yet the system is orderly, almost bureaucratic, reflecting Chinese views of cosmic justice. After serving their sentence, souls drink a potion of forgetfulness and return to life. Diyu isn't eternal. It's a moral administration designed to restore balance through accountability. Xibalba. In Mayan belief, Xibalba is the underworld ruled by the Lords of Death, a place filled with traps, illusions, and trials meant to humiliate and destroy the soul. It's not just punishment, but a series of tests reflecting human weakness. Dark houses full of bats, rivers of blood, and endless confusion. The Popol Vuh, the sacred Mayan text, tells how heroic twins descended into Xibalba and outsmarted its rulers, proving that courage and wisdom can defeat death itself. Xibalba represents fear, deception, and the inner struggle against despair rather than eternal torture. It's a psychological and spiritual underworld as much as a physical one. Mictlan. For the Aztecs, Mictlan was the destination for most souls after death, a vast underworld located deep beneath the earth. It wasn't a place of punishment, but a long, difficult journey. The dead had to cross 9 levels filled with obstacles, icy winds, mountains that crushed together, and rivers guarded by dangerous creatures. Only after completing this path could they find rest. Warriors and women who died in childbirth went elsewhere, but ordinary people faced Mictlan's trials. This vision shows death as endurance rather than judgment, where the soul's strength and patience determine its final peace. Orun Apadi. In Yoruba belief, Orun Apadi, literally the broken heaven, is the realm where souls that failed their divine purpose end up. It's not a place of fire or torture, but of emptiness and isolation. Those who lived without fulfilling their destiny or acted against the community's harmony lose connection with the spiritual world. Their existence becomes fragmented, surrounded by broken pottery and darkness, symbolizing a life wasted. Orun Apadi represents separation from balance and meaning, the opposite of Orun Rere, the peaceful heaven. The concept focuses on moral duty and purpose rather than punishment, reminding believers that failing one's destiny is the greatest loss of all. The Torment Isles. In Celtic mythology, the afterlife was often seen as a collection of islands across the sea, mysterious realms known as the Otherworld. While most were places of beauty and rest, some legends tell of dark islands where the wicked or cursed suffered endlessly. These Torment Isles were filled with storms, mists, and restless spirits. The punishments were not fiery, but spiritual. Souls trapped in regret, haunted by visions of their past wrongs. The Celtic view of the afterlife mixed hope and fear, showing that peace or torment depended not on divine judgment, but on the weight of one's own deeds and conscience. The dark world below. Among many Native American traditions, especially the Navajo, there is belief in a dark world beneath the earth, a realm of imbalance and decay where harmony is lost. This underworld isn't full of demons or fire, but of sickness, confusion, and separation from the natural order. Those who break sacred taboos or live without respect for the earth risk descending there after death. The dark world below reflects a moral universe based on balance rather than punishment. It teaches that wrongdoing disrupts harmony, and the greatest suffering is to exist apart from the life and beauty of the natural world. Kur. In Sumerian belief, Kur was the first concept of the underworld in human history, known as the Land of No Return. It was ruled by the goddess Ereshkigal and guarded by demons who ensured no soul escaped. Everyone, regardless of virtue, eventually went there after death. Kur was a bleak, dusty realm where souls existed as shadows, drinking dirty water and eating clay. There were no flames or punishments, only eternal dullness and silence. This vision reflected early human fears of death as emptiness rather than moral retribution. It became the foundation for later ideas of the underworld across many ancient civilizations. Across time and belief, every vision of hell reveals more about the living than the dead. If you enjoyed exploring these dark worlds, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more journeys through the unseen side of religion.